Meeting of, I'd like to call to order this regular meeting of the council of the village of Chase held here at the village office and via Zoom today, November 25th, 2025 at 4:01 p.m. Need a motion to adopt the agenda. Councillor Herman, Councillor Stevens, all in favor? That's carried. Number 3, adoption of the minutes. Who wants to do that? Councillor Torban.
That the minutes of October 28th, 2025 regular meeting be adopted as presented.
Seconded by Councillor Conick. Any discussion? All in favor? That's carried. Public hearings, none. And so just for the two gentlemen, this is the part where on this agenda, we have public input, but it's only on current agenda items.
Mr. Mayor, can you back up for 1 second?
Oh, what did I-
So on the agenda page at 3.1, that should read minutes of November 12th.
Hey, good one.
Those are the ones that are actually on your agenda.
But,
Do I get a prize for that?
Yeah, you do.
so what would you like me to do?
Just, I don't think we need an amendment or anything. I think as long as all the council realizes you've adopted November 12th minutes, not October 28th.
That's what it says on the
Because
minutes.
the November 12th minutes are actually on the agenda.
Okay,
I just want to bring that.
yeah, good one.
So just so I understand.
Oh,
Oh, you don't get to talk.
yeah.
Oh,
Once the meeting starts, you don't get to talk.
okay,
Yeah,
You only get to talk where it's public input on current agenda items.
right. So that's where I was just hoping to just ask a question.
yeah, but it needs to be on current agenda.
So my question is, how does something get on the agenda?
No,
No.
that would be something maybe you want to follow up with staff afterwards.
Yep.
Oh, I see,
Don't do
okay.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, there's gotta be somewhere, if
Yeah.
we're gonna discuss something on the agenda, then.
Yeah,
it's
we
gotta
can
be
help
made
you
to
with
put it
that.
on the agenda.
Yeah,
talk to
so, we can talk, we'll give you a card and, yeah.
you. Okay, thank you.
We're giving you a learning lesson.
Oh, yeah, no, I've never been to a council meeting in my life.
This is great, more people should come.
Probably won't come back either.
Once a month, we actually have at the agenda, at the end of the meeting where the public can, actually, we do have it on this agenda. So at the end of this meeting, you could ask a question, you can speak on municipal matters,
Any.
any municipal matters, so that
Okay.
corporate officer, that would be their opportunity.
That's correct.
Okay. Yeah, so you'll have a chance at the end of the meeting to ask any municipal. Okay. So we have no public input on current agenda items, we have no delegations.
Are we on Zoom?
Reports, just need a motion to accept my report. Councillor Herman, Councillor Stevens. All in favor, that's carried. Number 8, no unfinished business. Number 9, new business. 2026 acting mayor and council liaisons appointments. The mayor will introduce and appoint the 2026 council liaisons, and I'm supposed to read them out. The acting mayor, January to March will be Councillor Conick, April to June will be Councillor Torban. July to September will be Councillor Herman, and October to December will be Councillor Stevens. Liaison appointments, Adams River Salmon Society will be Shane Herman, Councillor Herman, and Councillor Stevens. The Business Community and Chamber of Commerce will be Councillor Herman. Chase and District Health Services Foundation will be Councillor Conick and Councillor Herman. Citizens on Patrol will be Councillor Conick. First Nations will be myself. RCMP Liaison will be Councillor Torban. Shuswap Regional Trail Strategy will be Councillor Torban. Municipal Insurance Association will be myself and Councillor Berman. Thompson Nicola Regional District Director and Alternate Director will be myself and Councillor Torbon. Signing authorities will be myself and Councillor Herman. And the staff signatories will be the CAO, the corporate officer, and the chief financial officer. Did I do that correctly, corporate officer? 9.2 is the 2026 council meeting schedule. So there is a recommendation there, and then we can go into discussion if anybody wishes. Councillor Herman,
I move that council adopt the 2026 council meeting schedule as presented.
you have a seconder, Councillor Stevens, so we can now go into discussion. Any discussion from council? So through to the CA, was the CFO on Zoom?
Mhm. Yes, she is.
Is she able to answer my question?
That's not till the next item.
Yes,
Mr. Mayor.
We're
Okay,
adopting the
sorry.
council meeting
Yeah.
schedule.
Are there any other questions?
No, that's good to me.
Okay, all in favor? That's carried. This meeting. Number 9.3, office closings, delegated authority. Memo from the deputy corporate officer. And there was a recommendation there, and then we can go to discussion. Who wants to make that one? Councillor Herman?
I'll move that council approves the closure of the village office to the public effective Wednesday, December 24th, 2025, reopening Monday, January 5th, 2026, and that council grant the chief administrative officer or designate the authority to determine all office closure dates for the village of Chase, including holiday periods and other circumstances as required, and that the administration provide public notice of any closures through the village's communication channels and office postings.
Is there a seconder? Councillor Torabon. Now we can go to discussion on this one. Any discussion from council? Councillor Torabon.
I just have one question, the 24th. Did we normally work that day till 2 or something?
Mr. Mayor, to Councillor Corbin, so typically what we've done in the past is we have closed the office halfway through the day, so
Yeah.
at noon. So we work in the morning and it's pretty darn quiet, and then let everybody, what we thought of this year was that we do have a number of people that like to travel in order to spend Christmas and Boxing Day with their families, so we thought we were proposing to give them the whole day off, and they would use holiday time for that.
Okay.
That's what we're proposing.
Any other questions from council? Okay, so now I have my one question to the CFO, and I don't, through to from the CAO, did you brief the CFO? on the question?
I did, for certain, yes, so she's prepared to answer your question.
Okay.
So, Deb, would you mind just explaining to council the issue of unpaid utility bills after January 1st and tax interest after January 1st?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Mayor and Council. So what happens with the unpaid utility bills is it takes about probably half the day for me to go through, me and staff to go through all the payments that have come in over the holidays. We process them as if they were paid, by December 31st. And then if somebody comes in that morning before we have everything transferred, we usually give them the benefit of the doubt and let them pay their utilities as is before it's been transferred to taxes. Once I do the transfer, which is usually around noon, then they would be subject to their utility bills being arrears on their tax notice and subject to some interest.
So even though the village office is closed, they have other ways of making payment before that? Like
Correct.
electronic or how does that work?
Correct. They have anybody can make payments online, and we honor all of those payments online as if we had received them by December 31st. If they drop a check into the Dropbox or even cash if they wished, but I wouldn't recommend that. But we would honor those payments as being on time before I do the transfer to utilities. Or
Well, it's
transfer to
pretty-
taxes, sorry.
And thanks, for that. So it's pretty safe, so even if somebody hasn't done that, they still have till noon on January 5th to come. And
Pretty
make-
much. Yes, pretty much. We let them know that they, kind of have been given a bonus and that we haven't done the transfer yet, so we give them the benefit of the doubt and let them pay it off.
Okay, that's all I had. Anything else you wish to add?
No, I think that's it. I mean, did you have a question about the property taxes or was it just the utility transfer you were thinking of?
Okay, well, you brought it up.
Well, if property taxes are in arrears now, then they will transfer to delinquent, but I won't do that transfer. And it's kind of the same process. So if they came in early in the morning, the day that we open, then we would give them the benefit of the doubt that it's still arrears, but there's interest on it anyway. The system is calculating interest at that point.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's,
And if I can add to, CFO, I think that, we're gonna be letting the public know within the next couple of weeks that the year end is coming up. Utility bills, if you haven't paid, are due by the end of the year, blah, blah, blah. Am I correct in that?
Yeah, as soon as I get back to the office, I'll be working on another reminder letter to send out, and we can even put something in the Sunflower for the first or for the couple weeks before we're closed to let people know that the office will be closed and they can make payments online or however they wish.
Or they could come in and post date a check or something for.
That's a option as well.
okay,
Good.
anything else from council? We have a motion duly seconded, all in favor? That's carried. Number 10, notice of motion. Anybody have a notice of motion? Seeing none. Here's where we have number 11, opportunity for public to speak on municipal matters. This is an opportunity.
Like, we have to prove all this stuff, yeah, we haven't done that.
We voted on it.
Just voted.
Oh. 'Cause I didn't, who read it out?
Me, a long time ago, before the whole discussion.
Just to the corporate officer who firsted and seconded that.
Councillor Thurman
Yeah,
made the motion.
Yeah.
Councillor Torbaum seconded the
Oh.
motion.
Right.
no, that's good. It's always good to ask questions. So we're on number 11. This is an opportunity for public to speak on municipal matters. This is an opportunity for members of the gallery to provide input on any municipal matter. So this is your opportunity. Just state your name and address and
Do I have to stand up?
No.
William Davidson, 343 Beach Drive. And I've just got two quick little things. One was, we had a rash of little 12, 13-year-olds running around the neighborhood, pulling the city signs out for the parks and corners and stuff, and throwing them on the ground and kicking on people's doors. And so they saw them on the cameras and they kind of figured out which house they were in at. But since they actually could identify the kids and where they lived in the house, I was thinking that it'd be good, instead of the city and the taxpayers having to pay the bill to go down there and put the signs back in, and they did it repeatedly. That the bill should just go with the parents. Right, that would put an end to it probably real quick. They got a bill from the city, said, hey, we just spent $400 putting 325 in the day. And the people that are in your neighborhood are not interested in paying for this. So I wanted to throw that out there.
okay.
Because apparently it's settled down, and we haven't heard it lately. I don't know, one of the guys did drag one of the kids to the parents and say, hey, keep this kid home if he's gonna be around wrecking the neighborhood. The only other thing I would like to mention is, we had that fire a couple of years ago. And I was working out of town, and I came home early, paid my own way to take care of my stuff, but it really shocked me how close it got. After I watched it burn for a month up on the top of the ridge, like everyone watched them burn for a month. It started July 18th, and then we took off on August 18th. And I thought to myself, I've got 60 pounds of water here, and I've got a sprinkler, and I'll just put it on top of my building, and I'll just keep it wet. And I thought, why aren't the towns doing that? And then people said, oh, well, you don't have enough pressure. I said, well, we just put a booster pump in, we can maintain the pressure, don't worry about pressure. But the town should never burn down because some other ministry can't put a fire out in 2 weeks or a week. Should have been put out the first day. Adams Lake is right there. Choppers, those loggers, they drop those logs into the ocean, they fly back up. They do loads in 3 or 4 minutes. They could have had that thing out with a couple of choppers and a couple of buckets in a day or two. But anyway, so I thought we were very vulnerable. The wind, all the wind had to do was blow down the valley this way. And when it was going through this, everyone would have said, wow, we're lucky it went that way up the Turtle Valley and up Squilax and over to the Sorrento. That was just luck that we didn't get a wind coming this way. So that's all.
You're absolutely right.
Excellent.
Because we peed on it and got it out.
Yeah, it was small. It was only half acre the first day. Right. So, so hopefully they get their act together. We got lucky this year, we didn't have much, but hopefully they don't play this, oh, well, we'll see what happens, right? It's so close to, you know, it cost $1 billion. I saw the numbers, it was 400 million for fighting it, 400 million in property.
What kind of signs were they pulling up? They got you most village signs that
Well,
cement.
yeah, there's when you come in on Beach Drive off of Second. There's one right there, and there's one for the kids at the park there playing, and just those, they go and they shake the hell out of them.
You know, it's got a cement base on it.
They pulled them out.
Oh.
I don't, there's 2 or 3 done, a couple of times.
Was it reported to the police?
Well, I was out of town, right? I came back.
Well, somebody must have seen it.
Oh, well, I don't know if they talked to the police. I think they did. But I just, the city went and put the signs back up. And
Yeah.
that's what bothered me, that these kids were,
What we used to do was just take some lithium grease, you couldn't see it, and smear the pole with it and let the little bastards go at it again. Yeah,
well, that sounds interesting.
yeah, just smear the shit out of it and they can't see it.
I'm surprised they didn't go to the hospital with a couple good slivers, but I guess we got nice smooth signs.
Well, they shouldn't be wood, they should have been,
Galvanized.
Galvanized, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We should sprinkle some malachite green on there just to be sure. And then the more you wash it, the greener you get.
Go home and lay in the.
Hey, Wayne Davidson,
Yes.
1208 Bay Drive.
Yes.
I have a question about the 20 km/h sign that was put up there a couple months ago after the construction of the end of Bay Drive. I brought it to Joni's attention a couple of months ago. Just wondering if can we enforce that? Do we want to enforce it?
Would you like to answer that?
Well, I actually, Wayne, I did call you back and left a message,
Oh,
probably 2 months ago or something now. Cause I think you would come in and talk, I think
Yeah,
about
yeah.
bus strips or, you know, something like that.
I see we put a nice new speed bump in on Brook.
Yes.
Yep.
So I'm gonna refer this actually to Director of Corporate Operations in terms of enforcement. That'd be something your RCMP would enforce.
Yeah, all regulated speed signs are enforced by the RCMP. We actually don't have speed in any of our bylaws. We can't enforce speed infractions.
Can we put in speed bumps?
They can be put in, is there a problem at the end of Bay Drive?
Well, nobody does 20.
Yeah,
So why don't we at least maybe put it to 30? Cause nobody does 20 going down that street. I live right across from the sign. They all fly by all the time. And my other concern is our skate park. I don't know how many people have ever watched the traffic that goes through that skate park. It's maybe 50% actually do 30. The rest of the people just don't care. And there's a lot of children playing there every day, all the time. Crossing the street, going to the store to get a slushie to go back. Well, Just,
Yes,
So again, thanks, Wayne. It's, so that's an enforcement issue by the RCMP. However, I will add that council applied for some funding for speed reader signs, these radar speed reader signs. So we've received them now.
okay,
And the next step is to install them, and one of them will be going on Pine Street. So there will be some feedback to drivers
yeah,
on their speeds. But that school zone has been a problem for years and years.
It has.
It's an ongoing issue.
yeah.
But we will, I have a good connection with the new staff sergeant of the RCMP in town.
Hey.
And I'm gonna relay these two things to him right away.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know what everybody's hurry is. It takes 4 minutes to cross town. Like, literally, wherever you're going, you're there in 4 minutes, so. You don't need to be there in 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Like driving an extra 20 kilometers an hour through a zone.
a lot of it comes down to illiteracy, because I was at a hockey game on the weekend and there's a guy having a cigarette right in between no smoking signs. So it's just, right, people that are gonna break the law, they, right, if you start looking around, stop signs, whatever, they're gonna do it, they don't care, but what the corporate officers do is probably the proper way is to follow up with the RCMP again, and maybe they can enforce it. But more, this is a common occurrence, you're not the first person. This has been going on for,
Yeah.
ever since people, like, even for 15 years with us.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, just. Counselor
I
Herman?
was just gonna add, like, maybe we could comment to the sergeant that it just on all streets in town, because today I went to Farm Choice and I was gonna cross the crosswalk to where the clock is there. And I looked and I thought, okay, I'm good, and I go, and this person that took off from the stop sign at the Interior Savings Center. And then he had to, so I stepped back and then he stopped it. But he was going 40 before he even got, like, he just went, I heard him accelerating, that's why I stepped back, and I thought, he's like, I'm out of town now, right? He was just going,
You
How
can pay
about-
doing 40, but you can't.
no, I don't know what.
That's the same with
Too
people
fast.
looking out their window and not seeing a
Yeah.
car going down. Now, Fred was on highways patrols and that, I mean, he knows that, he just.
Yeah.
It looks like you're going fast, but you're really not.
Do you wanna add anything, Counselor Corbon, since you?
Well, I happen to know that, and the problem with people that complain, they don't complain properly. They see one vehicle, but when they do the report, they report 100. Which is incorrect, because I actually worked at Pine Street for a week. And we got one speeder in a whole week.
Because they saw you and they.
No, they didn't see me.
No?
No.
No?
No, it's because people, when they put in a complaint, and it happens all the time. When they see one speeder and they figure now it's time to report it, but when they report it, they say they do it all the time. And it's only one person that actually committed the offense.
Okay, well, Bay Drive, everybody that lives past that 20-kilometer-an-hour sign down the hill, none of them do 20.
No, I agree with you 100%, and if I drove up there right now, I wouldn't be doing 20 either.
But they might do 30, right? Or 40.
Possibly.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing 30.
Which is, there's a tolerance for enforcement, right?
Yeah.
So if somebody went up there and enforced it at 20, they're not gonna charge somebody at 22. It's not gonna happen. And I just listened to a traffic engineer. And well, he was considering, because generally speaking, the speed signs are up, and generally speaking, people are generally within 10 kilometers over the speed limit is quite normal.
Mm-hmm.
And what he was talking about is the safety area is the normal flow of traffic. When you get one person that's above the normal flow of traffic, that's what draws your attention. But nobody, I would question anybody who says that they're qualified to estimate speed. Because unless you're an expert in the field, which I was, everybody else that doesn't deal in that, is not qualified to judge speed, they're just guessing. And you don't do work on guess. So what I did was, we also had a speed reader board up on Pine that calculated 500 speeds. And we actually had only one that was an offender. So this is what I say, when people report stuff, it has to be accurate. It never is, but it should be. But we know what to expect, and yes, the police go out there and enforce it then, which is what I did in town here. And every time we gotta, because the people bring the complaint to the municipality, it's not the municipality's job to enforce the laws. Our job is to make sure the bylaws are obeyed. But traffic offenses, criminal offenses, that's the police's job. And when they get a complaint, they have to act on it. Because when I get that complaint, when I was working, that file had to be concluded in some way. So I had to do the work to be able to conclude that file, and if such a thing is reported to the police now, they would have to do the work to conclude that file.
So there's a couple of things I think we got out of this, is it's gonna be forward to the RCMP. And I've seen, yeah, there's people just doing what they want a lot of times. But my understanding for the Bay Drive one, when we did the work, the village did that little bit of work there, there was, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was an engineer that did the work and noticed that this is a steep cliff, so it was just, as soon as it's, corporate officer will explain if I go, when I go wrong here, but as soon as it's noted to us that there's a liability, now there's a he's noticed that holy geez, if you go around that quarter fast, like at the speed limit, which was 50, you might go over the cliff. So he recommended to the village, and once we're aware there's a problem, then we have to act. So we put up a 20-kilometer sign on that engineer's recommendation. So that's how it came about. And there is a citizens on patrol. There might be 3 people left.
One.
We used to have a very robust citizens on patrol, and that's their job. Right? It was a group of all, are you aware of that?
Citizens on patrol, yeah.
Yeah, there used to be a really good group of people, and that's what they do, that exact spot. They would set up at that spot and count cars and everything, but we don't have anybody doing that anymore. So that's causing some issues. But do you have anything to follow up, Sean? Like, does he need, is it good for him to report this to the RCMP, or?
Yeah, that never hurts. Yeah, if you report and I send Sergeant Meekport.
You know, like, I'm not a. It's just like, if you're gonna have a 20 sign, there should be some sort of enforcement, otherwise, let's sort of get rid of the sign or put it at a more manageable 30-kilometer-an-hour kind of thing.
I think
so
it's fine
as
as
the
the
mayor
person
said,
cover our assets is all we put there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people are gonna do their own thing anyways, regardless.
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
no, I
time.
see them every day.
Yeah, so you're not gonna, it's hard to change that kind of behavior. Cause I can tell you right now, we did a study of, a stretch of road where there was 10 signs, traffic signs. Stop people at the end of those 10 signs, ask them how many signs they saw. How many do you think said none?
And we're driving it.
So you can imagine
Yeah.
how people pay attention when they're driving.
But it is helpful to report it, and it's always good to, like, you don't have to come to a council meeting, this is great, but you're always welcome to contact any of us.
Thanks for coming in town.
Yeah, at any time,
Well, you know, because you're at Grant's place all the time.
yeah, but you're more than welcome to contact us at any time, and even come in to talk to us. Yes,
Well, Wayne actually did call me.
And I
Okay.
apologize, I
Yeah.
don't remember getting your.
Okay, no
voicemail.
worries. Yeah, Wayne came in and left a message with me and I called back and left a message, and so we were kind of chewing and throwing, but yeah. But no, thank
I
you.
was just kind of,
Yeah.
I come and follow up.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you said you guys kind of were talking about it
Yep.
and that. And
Yep.
so I was just wondering, has anything come
Yeah, and
about? or-
it's like, Yeah, no, but we miss each other. Yeah, but no, it's good you've come here because then this is really a good way for us to, discuss this and if you report it and Sean talks to them too, that's a great thing.
Okay, do either of you have anything else at this time?
Well, just looking at this page here, 6 of 10, says Mayor David Lutso, First Nations. I guess everyone's hearing about all this claiming of Kelowna and Kamloops and I haven't heard anything in Chase, but are the municipalities, are you guys, is anyone working on this, or is it just gonna be a Supreme Court of God knows where?
Good question.
Well, right now, yeah, because right now I'm thinking like, do I sell my land where I can get this amount?
Not the land.
You can't sell your house in Chase right now?
I,
No, the idea is not to
Yeah, oh no, I'm not panicking, but I'm just thinking like,
wait until we get a decision from the courts. But
then we.
I
can
wouldn't even, not even worth discussing at this point.
and I just
Sure.
want, just to remind you that, so these meetings are recorded.
Yep.
So anything you're saying right now is actually being taped.
Sure,
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure
yeah, no, well,
you knew
I
that.
guess I can see it possibly becoming an issue. It seems like we're in a snowball and the snowball's just at the top and it's not really gonna, it's either gonna be a snowball or it's not, I don't know.
Yeah,
But something to think about in British Columbia right now with your
yeah,
assets.
yeah.
But no, thanks for the opportunity to speak.
Yeah, thanks. You guys spoke very well. Thank you. So you might, we've got something good coming up. We have number 12, there's no in camera, but number 13, release of in-camera items. And the release is TELUS will be installing fiber optic technology in Chase in 2026. So I need a motion to adjourn the meeting. Counselor Stevens, Counselor Corbon, all in favor? That's carried. We are adjourned. At 4:33.
Wow.
Thank you.
We're moving into the year 2026.
Well,